he takes it across the 30. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On play action, it's Jones. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings first down. Bateman is the motion man. Jones now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He's got room to roam. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Throwing is Fields. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. Here's Harris. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Fields. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. On the ground, this is Harris. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll give it to Harris again. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now toss left side for Harris. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Vikings have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we have a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's a toss, right side. Strong. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the ground, a first down run. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, it's Jones. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He fumbled the football. The Vikings have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
They face second down and 7. On play action, it's... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, so replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First down. Fields. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Fields now. He's got his man. That's Olave. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down for Houston.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. He finds Bell. That's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Quick throw here. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
His drive will start on the ground. He's got some space past the 20. Inside the 40. Inside the 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance.
So no score. First half, what will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the... Down at the 42, great return.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Eluding the pressure right. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Throwing Jones. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Peterson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there, just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Off play action. It's Howell.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he fends him off.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
And Howell will throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Howell.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Howell
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
T.J. Hockenson.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it, and maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. A little juke. And out across midfield down to the 45.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for them to get through and create that big-time run.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Breaks a tackle. A second nice move. Still fighting for more. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 6-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Peterson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
So now the Bucs down 14-6. A minute 47 on the clock.
Here's Howell.
They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Howell to throw. And that's caught by Williams.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop put.
Oh, Howell loses it.
And the Vikings pick up the football. The big fella. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point splits the points. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trot there now. This is 1st and 10. Now down to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. Catch it, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Back to throw, Howell. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's Jones to throw. Out to his left. Dances by at the 20. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. And he'll take this for a short gain on what...
Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. Play action now. It's Jones. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here we go on 4th down with Jones. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. On play action, it's Jones. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he will get into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Minnesota. The extra point is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's complete. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Vikings have got it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now a play fake. Jones. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. He's going to run it. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Now the try here for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Vikings move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Downfield, he's got Bourne. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That's deep for the back of the end zone. So, 3 quarters now. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Jones. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Again, they'll throw with Jones. They'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Whoa! What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Got his man. That's Graham. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's caught. Robbie Chosen on the ground. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 3rd down, they'll go with the counter to try and pick it up.